sharing, and helping those who are caught in the crossfires of religious and political bigotry. For peace to have a chance, it must begin like charity at home. In Punjabi we say, Kar sukh vasya, bar sukh paya. So if we have peace at home, we will go for peace outside. If we are not at peace within ourselves and seek to disrupt and destroy instead of to construct and preserve, we will hand a poor legacy to those that come after us. For world peace to be possible, it is essential to learn to live with love. Allow me to share with you some lines from a poem entitled Love and Peace that I wrote years back. Love and peace are two of a kind. Seek one, the other you will always find. Love brings peace and tranquility. Love brings calm and serenity. Love everyone and have peace on earth. Of goodness then there will be no dirt. God will smile and bless us all. This is also the present day's call. In this country where you and I live, work and play, we have 142 nations that are represented. It officially talks of happiness, a prerequisite to peace of any kind. To that happiness, add another dimension, contentment. We can never be truly at peace if we are not contented. And this needs conscious effort as individuals and as a society. Each year, the International Day of Peace is observed around the world on September 21st. And we take this a step further so that any day and every day we shall promote and should promote and work towards peace. The theme for 2017 is Together for Peace, Respect, Safety and Dignity for All. It honors the spirit of togetherness, a global initiative that promotes respect, safety and dignity for everyone. Gurunanak Darbar, Dubai, in cooperation with the United Nations Development Programme UAE, supported by the Minister of State for Tolerance UAE and the Embassy of India in UAE, is honored to celebrate such an auspicious and pertinent occasion today. Thank you all very much for joining us again on this very special event. I would now request the following distinguished guests to please join me on stage and be seated on the dais. Her Excellency Sheikha Lubna bin Khalid Al Qasmi. Please, someone escort her. Mr. Frode Moring. The applause should carry on, please. His Excellency Mr. Navdeep Singh Suri. Dr. Hamad bin Ahmad Al Sheikh Ahmad Al Shabani. Please don't get tired. You have to be enthusiastic enough to promote peace. Mr. Muhammad Abdul Al Zaruni has not yet reached here. I'm afraid we are still waiting for him. Dr. Umar Al Mutana, Dr. Hubertus Hoffman, and our very own Mr. Surinder Singh Kandhari. Thank you. Yeah, you can't see. May I now call upon Surinder Singh Kandhari, the Chairman of Gurdwara Gurunanak Darbar and Chairman of Al Dubovi Group, to please give the welcome address. Thank you all.
Assalamu alaikum, namaskar, sat sri akal, and hello everybody. It gives me great pleasure to welcome you all to the auspicious day of United Nations Peace Day celebrated all over the world. We have all achieved one purpose by coming together today. We are all in peace and we are all going to promote peace. We have in our midst Her Excellency Sheikhna Lubna bin Khalid Al Qasmi, Minister of State for Tolerance in the UAE. Thank you, ma'am, because though it is 21st is the International Peace Day, we are celebrating today because the minister had to travel to the United States, so we had to change the date for today. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you very much. Our partner in progress, Mr. Fraud Moring, UNDP representative for UAE and Oman. Thank you for giving us the opportunity to host this event, and we are very proud on behalf of Gurunanak Darbar to be part of this celebration. Our very own energetic ambassador, Mr. Navdeep Singh Suri, who's always a power behind all what we do. His guidance and support helps us to achieve bigger scales of business and activity. We are honored today by the presence of Dr. Hamid Al-Chabani, Director General Islamic Affairs and Charitable Activities. Thank you, sir, for coming. We have a very special guest today from Germany, Dr. Hubert Hoffmann, who is from the Global Tolerance Initiative. He's just presented me with a book on peace. I'm going to read it and I'm going to write to you about it. But I'm very happy that someone is promoting peace somewhere in the world. God bless you. Yeah, sure. We're also joined by several students from universities and schools. Thank you all for joining us, because through youth we can promote peace for a longer time. We're thankful to all the diplomatic corps who have spared their valuable time in joining us today at this function. We are also grateful to all the church leaders and the faith leaders who joined us today. And I must mention, Father Meena sent a box, 6-7 boxes of chocolates. He said we spread peace through sweetness. So we distributed all the chocolates at the entrance door from Father Meena. Thank you, Father Meena. We have also in our midst a Bollywood actor, Mr. Bindu Dara Singh. He is not only an actor, he was a winner of the reality show Big Boss, and is son of the greatest wrestler in the world, Dara Singh himself. So thank you, Bindu, for coming. Thank you very much. When we think of peace as an entity, we must see it in all its splendid forms. Peace at home between husband and wife. I'm sure Bubbles will vouch, I always say yes to everything she says. I agree with everything she says. Peace and due regard between generations, the same state of mind in the workplace. These are the conditions that can promote the target deal. We're extremely proud to host you today in the same venue that hosted the Guinness Book of Record breakfast for most nationalities a few weeks ago. That was our initiative to show that we can live in harmony and break bread with a spread of love and a little honey. In the same way, we seek to underscore the value of unity in diversity and learn from each other in an atmosphere of togetherness rather than division. We all talk about people when they leave us to rest in peace. I advise everybody, let us start living in peace, and rather than promoting people resting in peace when they are gone, it's very important for us to understand peaceful coexistence and live happily together. May this gathering bring us all closer together, enable us to cooperate into more constructive endeavors while appreciating our own uniqueness and our friendships. Together, let us be role models and collaborate with the younger generation, the youth who are going to spread peace tomorrow, and both conventional and contemporary initiatives towards progressive peace. May we inspire everyone to do small acts of kindness and convert daily pressures into opportunities to become better. Gurunanak Darbar, Dubai, in cooperation with the United Nations Development Programme and supported by the Minister of State for Tolerance of the UAE, is happy to celebrate the International Day of Peace. This is our 5th year we are observing this event. Though the first 4 years were very small, we just planted trees around and spread peace through plants. But today we wanted the people to know and spread the message to the whole world. And we're honored to share our part in upholding peace by respecting everyone regardless of caste or creed, and engaging into activities that benefit members of our society, irrespective of culture or ethnicity. I just want to inform you that this program is being live telecasted in India and in Europe. So the message of peace from Dubai is going to all over the world And I want to thank you all for joining us on this occasion. God bless you all. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Kandhari, for this lovely message of being together and pursuing this timely and important cause. Ladies and gentlemen, it is always a privilege to introduce our chief guest for today, a lady I personally and greatly admire. Sheikha Lubna Al-Qasmi is one of the most prominent government officials of the UAE, an inspirational political leader and one of the most impressive and esteemed figures of the region, whose accomplishments attracted awe, respect, admiration and inspiration in both public and private sectors. Sheikha Lubna Al-Qasmi holds a bachelor degree in computer science from California State University and an executive master's degree in business administration from the American University of Sharjah. Her Excellency holds honorary doctorates in science from California State University, in law from the University of Exeter, and in economics from the Hankook University of Foreign Studies in Korea. She was awarded an honorary doctorate in humane letters by Lebanese American University in recognition of her contribution to humanitarian work. In 2017, Her Excellency was named Educational Personality of the Year by the Khalifa Award for Education in its 10th edition and was classified by the Arabian Business magazines amongst the most influential Arab personalities 2010-2014. I think she needs an applause for that. Thank you. Internationally, Sheikha Lubna was featured in the Forbes magazine list as the 42nd world's most powerful 100 women for 2015. And continues to garner new achievements to add to her credentials, topping the list of the 100 powerful Arab women by CEO magazine 2011-16. Her Excellency was also included in the Wall Street Journal's The Most Important 50 International Women to Watch. Sheikha Lubna was also the first Emirati to receive the Clinton Global Citizen Award from the Clinton Global Initiative. In 2012, Sheikha Lubna received the Asia HRD Congress Lifetime Achievement Award for Her Excellency's outstanding contributions to people development, particularly her efforts to uphold women and youth empowerment and her active philanthropy. Ladies and gentlemen, let us give a warm applause that you have been doing and continue to do. And may I now welcome Her Excellency Sheikha Lubna bin Khalid Al-Qasmi, the Cabinet Minister and Minister for State for Tolerance. Thank you.
My dear Bubble, this was longer than my speech.
But that's what your achievements are.
Thank you. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Excellencies, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, dear students, good afternoon. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Namaskar. So, any other languages? It is my great pleasure to be with you today. This represents a great opportunity for us to exchange ideas and experiences. As you know, each year the International Day of Peace is observed around the world on the 21st of September. The General Assembly has declared this as a day devoted to strengthening the ideals of peace, both within and among all nations and peoples. The theme for 2017 is Together for Peace, Respect, Safety and Dignity for All. As the theme indicates, I believe that we all have a responsibility to promote tolerance, coexistence, harmony, peace, respect, safety and dignity. We all have to go hand in hand to protect these noble values. Distinguished audience, here in the United Arab Emirates, we believe that tolerance is the backbone of all civilizations, religions, and cultures. In its multicultural approach, the UAE is the home for more than 200 different nationalities living and sharing one common existence peacefully and securely. The UAE believe that peoples and nations need to keep connecting as a key requisite to ensure that stability and prosperity of the world. In addition, the UAE is committed to the promotion and protection of human rights at home and around the world. The foreign policy of the UAE is based on the principles of justice, equality, and human rights. The UAE places high priority on respect for human rights in accordance with the international human rights standards and is committed to the continual improvement of its own laws and practices based on the country's cultural heritage and religious values which enshrine justice, equality, and tolerance. In conclusion, I would like to encourage us all to work together to build more tolerant, peaceful, and coexisting societies for our present and future generations. I believe that our mission together is to incubate tolerance, peace, respect, safety, and dignity as fundamental universal values and practice nurture constructive thinking, promote common coexistence, and accepting the diversity of each other. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Excellency, for this thought-provoking talk. Though your degrees are even longer, as you said, are more than your speech. But we are very, very grateful and appreciate all what you've said, and we hope we can take back home some thoughts and work on it. Moving on to our next guest of honor, who has been our partner for the recent years and has been indeed a vital in promoting timely and important cause that is of local and international importance. A Norwegian national, Mr. Frode Moring, joined the United Nations Development Programme in 2002 as resident representative and United Nations resident coordinator in the former Yugoslav Republic of Macedonia. He worked there until 2005, when he resumed the same position in Kosovo and then Russia. He then served for 2 years as special representative of the UNDP administrator in the Programme of Assistance to the Palestinian people in Jerusalem. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome with a round of applause for Mr. Frode Moring, UN Resident Coordinator in the UAE and UNDP Resident Representative, acting in charge for UAE and Oman and Qatar.
Thanks a lot for the introduction. Your Excellency, Sheikh Al-Lubna bin Khalid Al-Qasimi, Minister of State for Tolerance, Excellencies, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. It's always a pleasure to join our friends at Gurunanak, Darbar, Gurudwara. I'm fortunate to have been present on previous events hosted here that celebrated diversity and tolerance. Today, we are here to celebrate the International Day of Peace in that same spirit of kindness and inclusion. Since its declaration by the United Nations General Assembly more than 30 years ago, the International Day of Peace has been observed as a day for humanity to unite and rise above any difference that could have set us apart, both within and among all nations and peoples. Sadly, in many regions across the globe, we bear still witness to the prevalence of violence and hatred, particularly within nations. In most cases, these dire conditions initiate as drawn-out nervousness and tension among citizens. Arising from situations of suppression, injustice or inequality, and lack of hope for the future, they ultimately end in regretful conflict situation. What is more worrisome are the spiraling consequences of these conflicts. Of course, they take a devastating toll on the governance and development of a nation, causes loss of life, and also on its natural resources and in infrastructure. But it most significantly, for the long run, takes a toll on a nation's most vital assets, its people. We see it firsthand with the plight of refugees. There are about 65 million refugees around the world as a result of conflict. Particularly, the ongoing crisis in the Middle East have produced the greatest share of refugees in recent years, when millions of men, women and children were forced to leave their homes, their jobs, their families, their entire livelihoods to seek asylum, all to escape danger in a pursuit of a better and above all, safer tomorrow. Which brings me to today's theme for International Peace Day. Respect, safety and dignity for all. 3 brilliant words: respect, safety, dignity. As we engage and mobilize people throughout the world to show support for refugees, migrants and all those afflicted by armed conflict, it is our hope these 3 values are upheld. Fully embodying respect, safety and dignity for all in our actions and our words would guarantee the safeguarding of human rights. It will erode the instinct to discriminate based on differences, and it would assert tolerance for diversity and acceptance of the richness found within it. It would undoubtedly pave a strong, resilient path towards peace. However, it would also be meaningless to talk about achieving peace as merely the result of ending conflict. As Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. correctly stated, true peace is not merely the absence of tension, it is the presence of justice. The aftermath of conflict is equally as devastating for communities trying to rebuild their foundations. Reconstruction, in its broader sense, takes years. Respect, safety and dignity are strong propellers for the accomplishment of peace, but a guarantee of justice is also essential to its accomplishment. Without justice, a breakdown of peace is almost inevitable, and far too often we see a re-emergence of conflict after a period of calm. Sustaining peace thus has to include addressing the causes of conflict. At the core of our work in the United Nations, we have the Sustainable Development Goals, a global to-achieve list, if you will, that tackles the most pressing challenges of our world today. It has 17 goals, and goal number 16 underlines the unbreakable relationship between peace and justice. Under goal 16, nations have committed to promote peaceful and inclusive societies and to promote access to justice for all their citizens. Both peace and justice are our fundamental freedoms, and both are necessary for real sustainable development. A true example of the resilience of the human spirit can be found here in the Middle East, with a history of suffering and struggles. The region has continued to this day to stand out for its resilience and desire to survive. We must not forget our common humanity brings with it common aspirations in which peace is paramount. With United Arab Emirates' focus on diversity and tolerance as both vision and practice, there should be no surprise why youth in the Middle East hold this country as an ideal place for its aspirations. I'm therefore very pleased and honoured to be here with the title bearer of these values, so to speak, the Minister of State for Tolerance, Sheikh Al-Lubna, and I extend my sincere gratitude. Before concluding, I'd also like to thank Gurunanak, Darbar, Gurudwara once more for collaborating with UNDP to make the International Day of Peace event happen, and my particular appreciation to Surinder Singh Kandhari. And thank you, all of you, for your personal dedication to make the world a better place by being here today. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Floodmoring, for such an insightful speech. As always, we are grateful to your continued support to our events aligned with United Nations programs. Our second guest of honor is a person that my family and I look up to and respect, given his profound understanding on international issues. See, the name itself brings all this to me. I don't know what to do. Navdeep Suri joined the Indian Foreign Service in 1983 and has served in India's diplomatic missions in Cairo, Damascus, Washington, Dar es Salaam and London, and as India's Consul General in Johannesburg. He has also headed the West Africa and Public Diplomacy divisions at the Ministry of External Affairs. He was India's High Commissioner to Australia and Ambassador to Egypt prior to his current assignment. His innovative use of social media in public diplomacy has received extensive recognition and 2 prestigious awards. Mr. Suri has learnt Arabic and French, has a master's degree in economics, and has written on India's Africa policy, on public diplomacy, and on the IT outsourcing industry. His English translations of his grandfather Nanak Singh's classic Punjabi novels has been published by Penguin as The Watchmaker and by HarperCollins as A Life Incomplete. I'm fortunate enough to get hold of this novel, A Life Incomplete, and I'm currently reading this beautiful classic masterpiece. Ladies and gentlemen, let us welcome His Excellency Mr. Navdeep Singh Suri, the Ambassador of India to the UNE. I told you, you do this to me, I can't say, I can't speak.
Thank you very much, Babbles, for that stirring introduction. Your Excellency Sheikh Abdul Kasmi, Excellencies, distinguished members, Mr. Surinder Singh Kandhari, who embodies much of the good spirit of the community. When I was coming here on my way from Abu Dhabi, looking at the program for the UN International Day for Peace, there were 2 or 3 thoughts that came to my mind. The first, how appropriate that this was being celebrated in Dubai and in UAE, a country that is host to something like 190 different nationalities, all living in peace, in harmony with each other. And I think the work that is done by the government, by the leadership, by leaders like Sheikh Lubna have a lot to do with that. These things don't happen by coincidence. The second thought was how appropriate that it should be done on the auspicious premises of the Gurudwara in Dubai. The Gurudwara, through its 4 gates, has always represented an openness to other faiths and indeed to other ideas. The very birth of the Sikh religion, as it came out of the womb of both Hinduism and Islam, represents that creed of tolerance and acceptance. The first line that Gurunanak, the founder of the Sikh faith, uttered when he embarked on his long journey was, "Na ko Hindu, na Musalman." There is neither Hindu nor Muslim. And he wasn't trying to define identities for us. He wasn't trying to say, don't be a Hindu or don't be a Muslim. What he was trying to break were the walls that exist between faiths, and to make us think that what is more important? Is it that deep, intrinsic sense of humanity? Or is it differences that we create amongst ourselves on the basis of caste, creed, color, religion, ethnicity, dress, whatever else? We can always find reasons to divide us and allow ourselves to forget that actually the forces that bind us and unite us are stronger but shouldn't be taken for granted. And that is why an occasion like this, in a sense, puts us on notice to re-examine ourselves and to take stock. How are we behaving? I agree with the UN representative that it is a time of great strife internationally. But surely if each one of us also takes note of our behavior and say, how am I treating my fellow citizens? How universal am I in my approach? Perhaps we will all be contributing to making this a better place. Coming back to the faith of Gurunanak and the holy book, the Guru Granth Sahib, which is quite remarkable as a book of scriptures because it has so many non-Sikhs as contributors to the book. And one of the great contributors, in fact in terms of volume and in terms of perhaps quality, who has made a very singular contribution was Sant Kabir. And his memorable lines in the Guru Granth Sahib was, Awwal Allah Noor payo, Kudrat de sab bande, Ek Noor se sab jag upja, Kaun pale kaun mande. Let me try and do a rough translation, which is, it was God who created first his light, and then all the people were made from it. As the entire word has come from that one light, then who are superior and who are inferior? And I think that plays straight into your message of dignity and respect. Because if we say that we are all equal, if none is superior, none is inferior, then surely some of those issues get addressed. And just one final thought that came to my mind was, what is the Indian ambassador doing here? Except to say that as a country, not even as a country, as a civilization, as a culture, we have embodied peace for several millennia. The whole notion of Vasudev Kutumbakam, the word is one family, originated almost 3,000 years back. And how many of us end our prayers with Om Shanti Shanti Shanti? What are we saying? We are praying for peace. But here's the important thing. In the Indian ethos, when we pray for peace, we're not just praying for our peace. We're praying for universal peace. And if I can take just one small verse out of the Upanishads, again written somewhere around 1200 BC. Om Sarvesham Swastir Bhavatu. May there be well-being for all. Sarvesham Shantir Bhavatu. May there be peace for all. Sarvesham Puranam Bhavatu. May there be fulfillment for all. Sarvesham Mangalam Bhavatu. May there be auspiciousness for all. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Peace Peace Peace. So I'd like to conclude that perhaps about 2,950 years before the UN came into existence, the notion of universal peace, of peace for humanity, was around in the Indian civilizational ethos, and that's what I'm trying to represent here. Thank you very much.
Your Excellency, you never fail to inspire us with your enlightening words. Thank you very much. And since we are talking about Indian civilization, there are two great personalities that I would like to quote from. Mr. Mahatma Gandhi had said, there is no path to peace. Peace is the path. Peace is its own reward. And again, back to Indian Prime Minister, our first Prime Minister of India had said, peace is not a relationship of nations. It is a condition of mind brought about by the serenity of soul. Peace is not merely the absence of war. It is also a state of mind. Lasting peace can come out of peaceful people. This is Jawaharlal Nehru's quote. So that was the inspiration I got from you. Our second guest of honor, see, I tell you, every time you're there, you do something. Our next speaker is also a dear friend and partner for social and charitable activities of the Gurdwara. Mr. Hamad bin Ahmad Al-Sheikh Ahmad Al-Shabani is member of the Board of Trustees of the International Institute of Tolerance. He worked as an administrative supervisor of Dubai Knowledge between 1971 and 72. He also worked in the Department of Adult Education between 1973 1997 and a Bachelor of Arts in History and Islamic Studies in 1982. Let us please welcome Dr. Hamad bin Ahmad Al-Sheikh Ahmad Al-Shabani, Director General of the Department of Islamic Affairs and Charitable Activities. Ladies and gentlemen, with a big round of applause. Thank you.
Sorry, I'll speak Arabic, please. صباح السعادة، مساء التسامح، في يوم السلام. في هذا اليوم وفي دولة الإمارات العربية المتحدة قامت مرفرفة على كل جنباتها في عهد المغفور له بإذن الله تعالى الشيخ زايد وإخوانه شيوخ الإمارات الذين قامت على أيديهم دولة الإمارات العربية المتحدة. نحن اليوم ننعم تحت هذه المظلة في هذه الخيمة بأكثر من 220 جنسية في أرض دولة الإمارات العربية المتحدة. يجمعنا هدف واحد، هو إنسانية الإنسان على مستوى العالم. قد نختلف في العقيدة، نختلف في الفكر، نختلف في المبادئ، ولكن تبقى هناك قيم أساسية في المحافظة على هذا الكون بكل مكوناته، ويبقى الإنسان هو الأول في كل الاهتمامات التي نقوم بها ومن خلالكم. سمو الشيخ لبنى وزير التسامح ساعدت دولة الإمارات العربية المتحدة بهذه العناصر التي قدمت الدعم اللامتناهي لكل مكونات السياسة الداخلية والخارجية لدولة الإمارات العربية المتحدة. واليوم ونحن إذا نلتقي المتحدة هي المسموعات التي توصلنا إليها دائما وأبدا أن هذا المعبد وكذلك ما تقدمه كل المؤسسات الموجودة على مستوى دولة الإمارات العربية المتحدة يعتبر نموذج غير مسبوق على المستوى العالمي. وهذا النموذج إذ يأتي من خلال هذا المعبد هناك معطيات استقيناها من خلال هذا التعاون المستمر ما بين كل مكونات هذا المجتمع، سواء على مستوى الديانات أو على مستوى المعتقدات أو على مستوى حتى الأفكار. نقدم دائما الشكر والتقدير في ظل هذه القيادة الرشيدة ممثلة بسيدي صاحب السمو الشيخ علي بن زايد آل نهيان رئيس الدولة حفظه الله تعالى، ومقام سيد صاحب السمو الشيخ محمد بن راشد آل مكتوم نائب رئيس الدولة رئيس مجلس الوزراء حاكم دبي، وإخوانه مع أصحاب السمو حكام الإمارات، والذين دائما وأبدا يقدمون كل دعم سواء على المستوى الفردي أو على المستوى المؤسساتي أو على المستوى الحكومي، لتكون دولة الإمارات العربية المتحدة نموذج متفرد على المستوى العالم. هذا نعتز به ونفتخر بأننا على أرض دولة الإمارات العربية المتحدة. دول وفي هذه الظروف الراهنة التي تكتنف العالم، إلا أننا نجد أن هناك كثير من الأمل لتلتم الصفوف وتتضافر الجهود لنصل إلى الهدف الأسمى، وهو أن تكون كل هذه المكونات سواء على أرض دولة الإمارات العربية المتحدة وعلى أرض العالم كله بأن تكون هذه السمة سمة التسامح، سمة التسامح، سمة التسامح. وشكرا للإنصات وثانك يو.
Thank you, Dr. Shivani, for taking some time off from your busy schedule and giving us your message of peace. It isn't enough to talk about peace. One must believe in it. And it isn't enough to believe in it. One must work at it. This is a quote from Eleanor Roosevelt. It is not the world that needs peace, it is the people. When people are at peace, the world will be at peace. So moving on to our final speaker, he's of international repute for his works. We are certainly happy to hear his perspective on peace. A German philanthropist, Dr. Hubertus Hoffmann, is founder of the independent Global Tolerance Initiative. He promotes his international art projects, the Places and the Globes of Tolerance, and the Champions of Tolerance. He is the co-producer of the documentary Watani, My Homeland, nominated for the Oscars and decorated with the German TV Award in 2017. Dr. Hubertus Hoffmann founded Globalu.com as a fresh platform for political background information, new ideas, proposals, and CSIS, and was a long-time journalist, freelance in the White House Press Corps and the editorial board of ZDF TV, as well as managing director in the two large radio and media holdings. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together to welcome Dr. Hubertus Hoffmann.
Thank you very much to the host of this event, which is opening not only our minds, but as well our hearts. I think it's time to make love and tolerance great again. Let's tear down the walls of hate and extremism, and let's build new bridges of dignity and hope. And I come from Berlin, and most know the history of this great city. It is a city of tolerance. We have invited more than 1.5 million refugees, mainly from Syria, 2015, 2016, I had invited the refugees of the former commander of the Free Syrian Army in my hometown Goslar, and as well a former captain from the Afghan army from the north. So we opened our heart, but Berlin shows you what can go wrong. We had two different dictatorships, intolerant. The last was a communist in East Berlin, as GDR, until 1990. There was no tolerance. They wanted to get rid of all religions. They restricted the churches as well. And we had the Nazi Germany from 33 to 45. So when you want to know what can go wrong, you unfortunately have to read German history. And when you want to know what can go into the future, you can learn from the history of the last decades. We have a marvelous event here, and I'm so impressed by Sheikha Lubna. She must have a kind of hidden atomic reactor in herself. She has so much power, but we Germans are used to it because Angela Merkel is like you. And so we really appreciate that the United Arab Emirates are a lighthouse of tolerance here at the Gulf. To our website, we all go with social media, of course, loveistolerance.com. You find what we do and what we propose. Let me just summarize some of our findings. We have basically to focus on love, tolerance, respect, and we must do something. We have to join forces. We are a tiny minority. We are totally underfinanced. When I worked in the Ministry of Defense some decades ago. Of tolerance and respect globally. You must stand up every day and with small good things promote respect to other religions, ethnic minorities and races wherever you are. We have to promote no tolerance for intolerance. We have to contain the radicals wherever they are. They are white supremacists in America. There are some neo-Nazis. Radicals, and we have just is a God of mercy. Our God is a man of diversity. God's DNA in each of us is diversity. God didn't say everybody has to look like Sheikha Lubna or Angela Merkel, but different people. Only with these different people, we have now 7.5 billion. This is the real world. So let's all work together, and thank you very much for this marvelous event.
Thank you, Dr. Hoffman, for evoking our passions for peace. We hope to hear more of your projects and wish you all the best. We can never obtain peace in the outer world until we make peace with ourselves, is what Dalai Lama had once quoted. When you find peace within yourself, you can become the kind of person you can live at peace with others. And peace is our gift to each other. Peace begins with a smile. That was Mother Teresa. And now, May I request all our distinguished guests to please take the table so that we can show a little video that we are going to be presenting to you about peace. So if you could please sit onto the table and then we can start with the next program. Thank you. Here, and we take a group shot and then ladies and gentlemen, and now we move to the next program. We are going to show you a video. Gurunanak Darbar, Dubai, and the United Nations Development Program, UAE, have conceptualized and worked on a video that hopes to encapsulate messages of peace. This video that you're about to see reflects ideals of peace and tolerance coming from different nationalities and of various races living harmoniously in the country. We hope to once again showcase the country's inclusive diversity and this time around discuss the subject of peace. We hope to spread the virtue of tolerance and instill a sense of togetherness and encourage youth to work towards a better and peaceful future. Just your patience required till this table goes down and the video comes up. Ladies and gentlemen, may we request your silence? You've been so good. Just a few minutes more and the video is on. Please watch that carefully and get inspired by the fact how different nationalities stand for the same cause of peace. Presenting the video about diversity and peace and harmony with respect to all nationalities. May we have the video, please?
The world has never been more connected than now in 2017. We can literally reach out to all corners of the world with a tip of a finger on a touchscreen on our smartphones using social media. Oddly enough, we often choose to separate us from the differences. And what you on a small scale notice as the internet trolls, on a global scale this amplifies divisions and creates distance between the have and the have-nots and between civilizations too. Historically, pain and violence have always been there.
actually fewer people today die in violence than ever before. But because we are more readily exposed to the world in all its colors, in our living rooms and our private phones, we are more exposed to these challenges. And it reminds us that we are still far from the world we should aspire to live in the 21st century. This is why the International Day of Peace is such an important occasion. It is a reminder how we should want to live, how actually we should organize ourselves to solve differences. Together we can work towards a better world, not through fear, but understanding, tolerance and compassion. This year's theme of the International Day of Peace is Together for Peace, Respect, Safety and Dignity for All. It honors the spirit of togetherness. The United Nations Development Programme in the UAE will be celebrating the UN Peace Day this year with various entities from the government, private sector and civil society. We are happy to be partners once again with our friends from Gurunanak, Dubai.
Assalamu alaikum, namaskar, sat sri akal, hello everybody. On behalf of Gurunanak Darbar Gurudwara in Dubai, I feel very privileged and honored to host this event, which is the United Nations International Peace Day. We are very happy to partner with the United Nations and under the auspices of the Ministry of Tolerance of the UAE. We are happy to host this event and spread the message of peace all around. We are happy that in the Gurudwara we always host these functions because this is the 5th year we are supporting this International Peace Day. We never had such a big function before because we always planted some trees around and spread the message of peace through trees. But today we thought we'll invite everybody who can work together and pass the message all over the world for the International Day of Peace. We all talk about people when they leave us to rest in peace. I advise everybody, let's start living in peace rather than promoting people resting in peace when they're gone. It's very important for us to understand peaceful coexistence, live together and live happily together. That's our message for today. God bless everybody.
I'm delighted to join the United Nations and the Sikh community in Dubai on this very important occasion, this International Day of Peace, particularly with the theme of respect, dignity and safety for all. I think it's extremely important that this event is being done under the auspices of Her Excellency Sheikha Lubna, who as Minister of Tolerance really does embody the exceptional spirit of tolerance that is a part of the United Arab Emirates culture, its DNA, and the manner in which almost 200 nationalities live with equal rights here in United Arab Emirates. I'm also very happy that this event is being done at the Sikh Gurdwara in Dubai. This is because the Gurdwara itself, with its open doors, has always around the world been a place that welcomes people of all faith, regardless of where they come from, without any element of discrimination. Indeed, when Gurunanak, the founder of the Sikh faith, started his teachings about 500 years ago, the first line that he said was, "Na ko Hindu, na Musalman." No one is either born a Hindu or a Muslim. We are all human beings first and foremost. This also is something that is embedded in India's own ethos. Whether we look at the Rig Veda, the Atharva Veda or the Upanishads, there is this overarching message of peace, not just for our own people, but for humanity as a whole. Read the scriptures and see how many times we see references to Om Shanti, 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 and you will get a clearer idea. Finally, I would like to say that India is often recognized as a beacon for pluralism, for diversity, for religious tolerance. Indeed, these are ideas that are enshrined in India's constitution. We see this in our daily lives, and yet we must give ourselves a can-do better report. We must continue to strive for a future where all religions are not only treated equal in law but also in practice, where discrimination on the basis of caste is not only something that is outlawed by our constitution but also in practice in our own hearts. Once again, congratulations to the Sikh Gurdwara and its leadership, to Her Excellency Sheikh Lubna and to the United Nations for commemorating this extremely important occasion on this wonderful premises. Thank you.
Assalamu alaikum.
Hola.
Namaste.
Hello.
السلام لغة حوار مشتركة.
La paz es un lenguaje común.
शांति एक आम भाषा है.
Peace is a common language.
معا من أجل السلام.
Juntos por la paz.
एक साथ शांति के लिए.
Together for peace.
Together for peace, respect, safety and dignity for all.
Peace is the highest bliss. You will find peace only inside of you. If you don't find it inside, and if you cannot see inside, you will not find it anywhere else. And as Mother Teresa said, peace begins with a smile. So peace be upon you.
3-4 દિવસ પહેલા મિચ્છામી દુક્કડમ અમારા પોઝિશન પૂરા થયા અને બહુ શાંતિથી બધા એને મનાવ્યા. મિચ્છામી દુક્કડમનો અર્થ છે કે અમે બધાને ક્ષમા માંગીએ છીએ. ક્ષમાનું બીજું નામ છે શાંતિ, જેનાથી શાંતિ આવે. આજે શાંતિનો દિવસ છે, વર્લ્ડ પીસ ડે છે. ગુજરાત પછી મહારાષ્ટ્ર, મુંબઈ અને ઇન્ડિયાના બધા સ્ટેટ્સ, આખું વર્લ્ડ, દરેક વર્લ્ડના કન્ટ્રી બધા જ આજે વર્લ્ડ પીસ ડેને મનાવે છે. આપણે બધાએ ભેગા થઈ શાંતિમય જીવન મેળવવાનું છે, માણવાનું છે અને બીજાને સલાહ આપવાની છે. શાંતિ વગર આ જીવન, આ જગતમાં રહેવું બહુ તકલીફ છે. શાંતિનું મહત્વ એટલું બધું દરેક આપણા ગ્રંથોમાં, દરેક ધર્મમાં એને એટલું બધું મહત્વ આપ્યું છે કે શાંતિ વગર રહેવું અશક્ય જ છે. અને આપણે બધા જે પ્રયાસો કરી રહ્યા છીએ એનાથી બધાના મનમાં એક જાતનું વાતાવરણ એવું થઈ ગયું છે કે એકબીજા ઉપર કોઈને વિશ્વાસ નથી રહ્યો. બધાને એમ જ લાગે છે કે આ આપણે નહીં કરીએ તો એ કરશે. અવિશ્વાસના વાતાવરણમાં આપણે બધાએ સૌથી પહેલા વિશ્વાસ મેળવવાનો છે અને વિશ્વાસ મેળવશો એટલે શાંતિ આવશે. શાંતિ આવશે એટલે વર્લ્ડ પીસ ડે નું મહત્વ વધશે. થેન્ક યુ.
सत श्री अकाल. सारे धर्म एक नहीं होते, लेकिन सारे धर्म हमें एक ही चीज सिखाते हैं कि एक हम अच्छे इंसान बने. भाईचारा, शांति, अमन के रास्ते पे चलने के लिए हमें एक अच्छा इंसान होना चाहिए और यही चीज हर धर्म हमें सिखाता है ताकि हम इस पृथ्वी पे खुशहाली, अमन और शांति ला सके. यही मैं आप सबको कहना चाहूंगी कि हम हर तरह से खुशहाली, अमन और शांति हर मजहब में रखें.
When you talk of peace, essentially there has to be diversity, because a garden cannot look beautiful if there are only one kind of flowers in there. But the key to this is respecting each other's diversity, and this respect need not be from outside. Even if the whole world one day turns into one religion, we'll find another 10 minutes to start a war. The peace has to be within humankind. When a person is peaceful inside, he then exhibits peace outside. So I very well go with what Aurobindo or Dalai Lama says, that right from the age of 8 or 9, you should teach a young child how to meditate. Because when he meditates, he becomes peaceful inside, and then this peace is reflected outside.
मेरी नजर में हम इस दुनिया को तब तक पुरअमन बनाने में कामयाब नहीं होंगे जब तक अपनी और दूसरों की इज्जत और एहतराम करने नहीं सीखेंगे. और इस अमल में हमें तमाम तमाम कुदरती निज़ाम और उसकी हर जिंदा और चलता फिरता चीज की इज्जत और एहतराम शामिल करना पड़ेगा और इस दुनिया को भी इज्जत और प्यार देना चाहिए, चाहे वो हमारे समंदर हो, जंगल हो या पहाड़ हो।
वाहिगुरू जी का खालसा, वाहिगुरू जी की फतेह। श्री गुरु ग्रंथ साहब जी के अंदर बड़े स्पष्ट शब्दों में शब्द आता है, अव्वल अल्लाह नूरे पाया कुदरत के सब बंदे, एक नूर ते सब जब उपजे कौन भले।
ਅੱਜ ਸ਼੍ਰੀ ਗੁਰੂ ਨਾਨਕ ਦਰਬਾਰ ਦੁਬਈ ਵਿਖੇ ਅਸੀਂ ਮੌਜੂਦ ਹਾਂ ਤੇ ਸਾਡੇ ਨਾਲ ਇਸ ਗੁਰੂ ਨਾਨਕ ਦਰਬਾਰ ਦੇ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਚੇਅਰਮੈਨ ਨੇ ਸੁਰਿੰਦਰ ਸਿੰਘ ਕੰਦਾਰੀ ਜੀ ਨੇ। ਸਰ ਜੀ ਆਇਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਪੀਟੀਸੀ ਪੰਜਾਬੀ ਵਿੱਚ ਇੱਕ ਵਾਰ ਮੁੜ ਤੋਂ ਤੁਹਾਡਾ ਸਵਾਗਤ ਹੈ।
ਸਾਰਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਲੱਖ ਲੱਖ ਵਧਾਈਆਂ ਹੋਣ ਜੀ। ਅਸੀਂ ਦੁਬਈ ਵਿੱਚ ਕੋਸ਼ਿਸ਼ ਇਹ ਕਰਨੇ ਆ ਕਿ ਆਫਟਰ ਦੀ ਗਿਨੀਜ਼ ਬੁੱਕ ਰਿਕਾਰਡ ਵੇਅਰ ਵੀ ਸਰਵ ਬ੍ਰੇਕਫਾਸਟ ਟੂ 101 ਨੈਸ਼ਨੈਲਿਟੀਜ਼, ਸਾਡੀ ਇਹ ਕੋਸ਼ਿਸ਼ ਕਿ ਅਮਨ ਸ਼ਾਂਤੀ ਉੱਤੇ ਅਸੀਂ ਹੁਣ ਥੋੜਾ ਕਨਸੈਂਟਰੇਟ ਕਰੀਏ। ਦੁਨੀਆ ਵਿੱਚ ਅਮਨ ਦੇ ਇਲਾਵਾ ਕੁਝ ਫਾਇਦਾ ਨਹੀਂ ਕਿਸੇ ਦਾ, ਲੜ ਝਗੜ ਕੇ ਕੋਈ ਨੁਕਸਾਨ ਹੀ ਹੁੰਦਾ, ਫਾਇਦਾ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੁੰਦਾ। ਗੁਰੂ ਨਾਨਕ ਦੇਵ ਜੀ ਇਹ ਪਹਿਲੇ ਕਿਹਾ ਸੀ ਕਿ ਨਾ ਕੋਈ ਹਿੰਦੂ ਨਾ ਕੋਈ ਮੁਸਲਮਾਨ, ਸਾਰੇ ਇਨਸਾਨ। ਸੋ ਸਾਡੀ ਇਹ ਕੋਸ਼ਿਸ਼ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਸਾਰੇ ਇਨਸਾਨ ਇਕੱਠੇ ਰਹੀਏ, ਮਿਲ ਜੁਲ ਕੇ ਰਹੀਏ ਔਰ ਵੰਡ ਛਕੀਏ, ਵੰਡ ਖਾਈਏ।
ਅੱਜ ਯੂਨਾਈਟਿਡ ਨੇਸ਼ਨ ਪੀਸ ਡੇ ਸੈਲੀਬ੍ਰੇਸ਼ਨ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਹੈ ਉਹ ਇੱਥੇ ਕੀਤਾ ਜਾ ਰਿਹਾ ਹੈ ਤੇ ਕੌਣ ਇੱਥੇ ਆਉਣ ਵਾਲਾ ਤੇ ਕਦ ਇਸ, ਕਿਉਂਕਿ ਬ੍ਰੇਕਫਾਸਟ ਔਰ ਡਾਇਵਰਸਿਟੀ ਤੋਂ ਬਾਅਦ ਜੋ ਇੱਕ ਹੁੰਗਾਰਾ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਵੀ ਮਿਲਿਆ ਕਿ ਅਜਿਹੇ ਉਪਰਾਲੇ ਹੋਰ ਕਰਨੇ ਚਾਹੀਦੇ, ਕਦ ਇਸ ਦੀ ਉਪਜ ਹੋਈ?
ਅੱਜ ਸਾਡਾ ਚੀਫ ਗੈਸਟ ਹਿਜ਼ ਐਕਸਲੈਂਸੀ ਸ਼ੇਖਾ ਲੁਬਨਾ ਬਿਨ ਕਾਸਮੀ, ਸ਼ੀ ਇਜ਼ ਦ ਮਿਨਿਸਟਰ ਆਫ ਸਟੇਟ ਫॉर ਟੋਲਰੈਂਸ ਫॉर UAE, ਤੇ ਨਾਲ ਮਿਸਟਰ ਫਰੋਡ ਮੋਰਿੰਗ ਆਰ ਇਨ ਦ UNDP ਰਿਪਰੈਜ਼ੈਂਟੇਟਿਵ and also our Indian ambassador Sri Navdeep Singh Ji Suri, and also we have about 20 diplomats from different countries joining us. ਤੇ ਨਾਲ ਸਾਡੇ ਕੋਲ 100 ਸਟੂਡੈਂਟ ਆ ਰਹੇ ਨੇ ਯੂਨੀਵਰਸਿਟੀਜ਼ ਦੇ, ਸਕੂਲਸ ਦੇ, and we have about 22 faith leaders and church leaders. ਸਾਡੀ ਇਹ ਕੋਸ਼ਿਸ਼ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਅਮਨ ਔਰ ਸ਼ਾਂਤੀ ਦੀ ਅਸੀਂ ਮੈਸੇਜ ਸਾਰੀ ਦੁਨੀਆ ਵਿੱਚ ਫੈਲਾਈਏ। ਅੱਜ ਕੱਲ੍ਹ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਜ਼ਰੂਰਤ ਹੈ, with all the through the VIPs, through the media, through PTC, we are able to spread message to world peace.
ਵਾਈਸ ਚੇਅਰਪਰਸਨ ਗੁਰੂ ਨਾਨਕ ਦਰਬਾਰ ਬਬਲਸ ਕੰਦਾਰੀ ਜੀ ਸਾਡੇ ਨਾਲ ਨੇ। ਮੈਮ, ਤੁਹਾਡਾ ਹਮੇਸ਼ਾ ਬੜਾ ਯੋਗਦਾਨ ਰਹਿੰਦਾ ਬ੍ਰੇਕਫਾਸਟ ਫॉर ਡਾਇਵਰਸਿਟੀ ਵਿੱਚ ਵੀ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਵੱਡ ਚੜ੍ਹ ਕੇ ਯੋਗਦਾਨ ਦਿੱਤਾ ਸੀ ਤੇ ਅੱਜ ਦੇ ਪ੍ਰੋਗਰਾਮ ਬਾਰੇ ਜਾਣਨਾ ਚਾਹਾਂਗੇ। ਹਰ ਵਾਰ ਕੁਝ ਨਵੇਕਲਾ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਹੈ।
ਸਭ ਤੋਂ ਪਹਿਲੇ ਤਾਂ ਮੈਂ ਕ੍ਰੈਡਿਟ ਦਿਆਂਗੀ ਸੁਰਿੰਦਰ ਸਿੰਘ ਜੀ ਨੂੰ, ਜਿਨ੍ਹਾਂ ਦਾ ਵਿਜ਼ਨ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਹੈ ਯੈਸ ਵੀ ਆਲ ਫੋਲੋ, ਔਰ ਅਸੀਂ ਜ਼ਰੂਰ we try to reach up to what it is meant to be, और सानू encouragement उन्हां तो मिलती है। लेकिन it was so important कि इस दिन ਨੂੰ ਅਸੀਂ commemorate ਕਰੀਏ and we give importance to peace which is lacking in this world. It is ਬਹੁਤ ਜ਼ਰੂਰੀ ਹੈ ਸਾਡੇ ਵਾਸਤੇ। ਸਾਡੇ ਗੁਰੂਆਂ ਨੇ ਵੀ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਇਹੋ ਸਿਖਾਇਆ ਹੈ। ਅਸੀਂ ਸੰਤ ਸਿਪਾਹੀ ਹੁੰਦੇ ਹਾਂ, ਸਾਨੂੰ ਜਿੱਥੇ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਸਾਧਨਾ ਕਰਨੀ ਹੈ ਉੱਥੇ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਜਿੱਥੇ this ਕੀ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਨੇ wars and things are happening, it is our duty to make sure ਕਿ ਅਸੀਂ ਉਸ ਚੀਜ਼ ਨੂੰ ਕੱਟ ਕਰੀਏ ਔਰ ਜਿੰਨਾ ਹੋ ਸਕੇ ਆਪਣੀ ਤਰਫੋਂ ਇਹ बढ़ावा ना दईए। So this is our role and we are trying to do what the Guru Jis have told us to do. जिस तरह गुरु नानक देव जी ने किया सीगा कि अव्वल अल्लाह नूर उपाया कुदरत के सब बंदे, एक ਨੂਰ ਤੇ ਸਭ ਜਗ ਉਪਜਿਆ ਕੌਣ ਭਲੇ ਕੋ ਮੰਦੇ। ਸੋ ਅਸੀਂ ਕੌਣ ਹੁੰਦੇ ਆ ਕਹਿਣ ਵਾਸਤੇ ਕਿ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਬੁਰੇ ਹੋ, ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਨਾਲ ਅਸੀਂ ਲੜਾਈ ਕਰਨੀ ਹੈ ਜਾਂ ਵਾਰ ਹੋਣੀ ਹੈ? ਨੋ, ਅਗਰ ਅਸੀਂ ਸਭ ਇਹੀ ਸੋਚੀਏ ਕਿ ਅਸੀਂ ਇੱਕੋ ਨੂਰ ਦੇ ਇੱਕੋ ਰੱਬ ਦੇ ਬੰਦੇ ਹਾਂ ਤੇ ਆਪਸ ਵਿੱਚ ਪਿਆਰ ਕਰਨਾ, there will be no war. And this is what ਅਸੀਂ try ਕਰ ਰਹੇ ਹਾਂ ਕਿ we should try and get people to understand. ਸਭ ਜਾਣਦੇ ਇਸ ਗੱਲ ਨੂੰ ਲੇਕਿਨ ਭੁੱਲ ਜਾਂਦੇ ਨੇ over period of time, over their work. And this has to be reinforced to them and they go back feeling happy. This is why ਤੁਸੀਂ ਦੇਖੋਗੇ white ਪਾਇਆ ਸੀ color. White is the sign of peace and blue is our Khalsa color. So we are combining that and making it feel and under the banner of United Nations.
Hi. We are very proud at the Gurunanak Darbar in Dubai that this is a great opportunity and an initiative started by us to celebrate the International Peace Day. It is very important and this shows the solidarity of how the community is working together and how we bring in various communities together at one place and we celebrate this International Peace Day. It is important because the message of peace must be spread across the globe with so many many of unrest situations going around the world, it is important that initiatives like this must be enhanced and forwarded in order to connect people from across the world.
Her Excellency Sheikha Lubna, Minister of State for Tolerance, इस वक्त साडे नाल ने इस प्रोग्राम विच खास तौर ते शिरकत करन लई आए ने. Ma'am, welcome to PTC Punjabi.
Thank you. It's a great pleasure to be on this TV. Thank you.
Ma'am, what do you want to say about this effort and the program which is being organized out here?
We work quite a lot with the Gurudwara Center and with the people here. It's one of the most wonderful centers here and temples, and also I think it's one of the most beautiful. There's a lot of community work done by the temple itself, and this celebration today only shows how united the community is. You walk around, you'll see people of all different backgrounds, in terms of ethnic background, religions as well, and different believers. This is a good reflection of what the Society of the United Arab Emirates is all about. We are here today to celebrate peace, tolerance and coexistence, and I think this is a great message today in this challenging world that we go through, that this kind of celebration only emphasizes the caring of communities and how people should reach out.
In particular, what is your message to community on this United Day Peace celebration in particular?
My message is a message of love, a message of coexistence. I think we all should reach out, whether we remember our devotion and love for our families, our parents, or even our brothers and sisters. But don't forget your neighbor as well. I think it's a good day to reach out in this day to reflect your well-being and your kindness. Also within the community itself, it's a nice day that we can all go and maybe help someone else. It's a joyful day for all of us, and I think you can feel the buzz. For us, it's almost like a community united today. If we that we get together and we see. I know a lot of people. Some of the people here are friends that I've known for 20, 30 years from the community in Dubai, especially the Indian community here. Thank you.
ਬਿੰਦੂ ਭਾਜੀ ਸਾਡੇ ਨਾਲ ਨੇ ਖਾਸ ਸ਼ਿਰਕਤ ਕਰਨ ਲਈ ਇੱਥੇ ਪੁੱਜੇ ਨੇ. ਸਰ ਕੀ ਹਾਲ ਚਾਲ ਨੇ, ਕਿਵੇਂ ਲੱਗ ਰਿਹਾ ਅੱਜ ਆਪਣੇ ਕਮਿਊਨਿਟੀ ਦੇ ਲੋਕ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਨੇ ਆਪਣੇ ਲੋਕ ਨੇ ਇੱਥੇ ਇੱਕ ਸੁੱਚਾ ਸੁਨੇਹਾ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਉਹ ਦੇ ਰਹੇ?
ਦਿਸ ਇਜ਼ ਦਾ ਵੇ, ਮੈਨੂੰ ਲੱਗਦਾ ਇਹ ਤਰੀਕਾ ਹੈ ਜਿਸ ਤਰੀਕੇ ਨਾਲ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਅਰੇਂਜ ਕੀਤਾ ਹੈ, ਇੱਕ ਗੁਰਦੁਆਰਾ ਬਣਾਇਆ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਸੋਹਣਾ, ਤੇ ਜਿਸ ਤਰੀਕੇ ਨਾਲ ਇਹ ਮਾਹੌਲ ਹੈ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਲੱਗਦਾ ਇਹ ਨਾ ਕੋਈ ਅੱਗੇ ਪਿੱਛੇ ਕੁਛ ਨਹੀਂ, ਸਿਰਫ ਪੀਸ ਲਈ ਹੈ. ਮੈਨੂੰ ਲੱਗਦਾ ਦਿਸ ਇਜ਼ ਦਾ ਵੇ ਇਟ ਸ਼ੁੱਡ ਹੈਪਨ. ਸਿੱਖਾਂ ਦੇ ਸਾਡਾ ਹੈਗਾ ਹੀ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਅਸੀਂ ਸੇਵਾ ਕਰਦੇ ਹਾਂ ਤੇ ਪਿਆਰ ਤੇ ਯਾਨੀ ਸਾਰਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਇੱਕ ਸਮਝਦੇ ਹਾਂ. ਐਵਰੀਬਡੀ ਇਜ਼ ਵੈਲਕਮ ਟੂ ਦ ਗੁਰਦੁਆਰਾ. ਤੇ ਇਹ ਦੇਖੋ ਸਾਰੇ ਦੇ ਸਾਰੇ ਕਮਿਊਨਿਟੀਜ਼ ਮਿਲ ਕੇ ਸਭ ਪੀਸਲੀ ਕਰ ਰਹੇ ਨੇ. ਆਈ ਥਿੰਕ ਵੰਡਰਫੁਲ ਜੈਸਚਰ ਬਾਈ ਕੰਦਾਰੀ ਜੀ, ਵੈਰੀ ਲਵਲੀ.
ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਕੀ ਲੱਗਦਾ ਕਿ ਇੱਥੇ ਯੂਥ ਵੀ, ਯੂਨੀਵਰਸਿਟੀ ਤੋਂ ਵੀ ਸਟੂਡੈਂਟ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਨੇ ਉਹ ਵੀ ਆਏ ਨੇ, ਕੀ ਲੱਗਦਾ ਕਿ ਅੱਜ ਪੂਰੀ ਦੁਨੀਆ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਅਜਿਹਾ ਸੁਨੇਹਾ ਜਾਣ ਦੀ ਬਹੁਤ ਜ਼ਰੂਰਤ ਹੈ, ਖਾਸ ਤੌਰ ਤੇ ਯੂਥ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ?
ਐਬਸੋਲੂਟਲੀ. ਮੈਨੂੰ ਲੱਗਦਾ ਦੇਖੋ ਅਸੀਂ ਸਾਰੇ ਬੰਦੇ ਆ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਰੱਬ ਨੇ ਭੇਜੇ ਆ ਤੇ ਸਾਰਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਪਿਆਰ ਨਾਲ ਰਹਿਣਾ ਚਾਹੀਦਾ ਹੈ. ਰਿਲੀਜਨ ਨੇ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਵੰਡਿਆ ਹੋਇਆ ਬਹੁਤ ਅਲੱਗ-ਅਲੱਗ. ਅਸੀਂ ਸਿੱਖ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਆ ਜਦੋਂ ਕੋਈ ਵੀ ਤਕਲੀਫ ਆਏ ਤੇ ਸਾਡੇ ਗੁਰਦੁਆਰੇ ਸਾਰਿਆਂ ਲਈ ਖੁੱਲੇ ਆ, ਆਓ ਲੰਗਰ ਖਾਓ, ਸੇਵਾ ਅਸੀਂ ਕਰਦੇ ਹਾਂ. ਲੇਕਿਨ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਪਿਆਰ ਦੀ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਇਹ ਚੀਜ਼ ਹੈ ਸਾਰੇ ਰਿਲੀਜਨਸ 'ਚ ਹੋ ਜਾਏ ਤੇ ਵਰਲਡ ਪੀਸ ਇਜ਼ ਵੈਰੀ ਵੈਰੀ ਇੰਪੋਰਟੈਂਟ. ਮੈਨੂੰ ਤਾਂ ਲੱਗਦਾ ਵਾਰ ਵੂਰ ਬੈਨ ਹੋਣੀ ਚਾਹੀਦੀ ਹੈ ਤੇ ਹਰ ਵੈਪਨ ਬਣਾਉਣਾ ਵੀ ਬੈਨ ਹੋਣਾ ਚਾਹੀਦਾ. ਲੇਕਿਨ ਆਈ ਥਿੰਕ ਦੈਟਸ ਐਨ ਇੰਡਸਟਰੀ. ਪਰ ਇਹ ਬਹੁਤ ਵਧੀਆ ਜੈਸਚਰ ਲੱਗਿਆ. ਮੈਂ ਸਾਡਾ ਪਲੇ ਹੈ ਹੈਲੋ ਡਾਰਲਿੰਗ ਇੱਥੇ ਦੁਬਈ 'ਚ, ਉਹਦਾ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਬੰਦੇ ਆ ਉਹ ਇੱਕ ਸ਼ੋਅ ਕਰ ਰਹੇ ਉਹਦੇ ਲਈ ਆਏ ਸੀ ਤੇ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਕਿਹਾ ਇੱਦਾਂ ਦਾ ਫੰਕਸ਼ਨ ਹੈ ਕੰਦਾਰੀ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਕਰ ਰਹੇ. ਮੈਂ ਕਿਹਾ ਪੱਕਾ ਆਵਾਂਗੇ ਤੇ ਇਹ ਗੁੱਡ ਲੱਕ ਹੈ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਮੈਂ ਆ ਕੇ ਦੇਖ ਰਿਹਾ. ਵੈਰੀ ਲਵਲੀ. ਤੇ PTC ਆਪਣਾ ਚੈਨਲ ਇੱਥੇ ਤੇ ਬਹੁਤ ਵਧੀਆ ਹੈ.
ਨਵਦੀਪ ਸਿੰਘ ਸੂਰੀ ਸਾਹਿਬ, ਅੰਬੈਸਡਰ ਆਫ ਇੰਡੀਆ ਟੂ ਆਬੂ ਧਾਬੀ UAE ਸਾਡੇ ਨਾਲ ਨੇ. ਸਰ ਜੀ ਆਇਆਂ ਨੂੰ. ਬਹੁਤ ਖੁਸ਼ੀ ਹੁੰਦੀ ਹੈ ਹਰ ਵਾਰ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਨਾਲ ਮਿਲ ਕੇ. ਅੱਜ ਮੌਕਾ ਖੁਸ਼ੀ ਦਾ ਵੀ ਹੈ ਤੇ ਨਾਲੇ ਇੱਕ ਸੁਨੇਹਾ ਦੇਣ ਦਾ ਵੀ ਹੈ, ਕੀ ਕਹੋਗੇ?
ਦੇਖੋ ਅੱਜ ਬਹੁਤ ਹੀ ਇੰਪੋਰਟੈਂਟ ਇੱਥੇ ਮੌਕਾ ਹੋਇਆ ਕਿ UN ਇੰਟਰਨੈਸ਼ਨਲ ਡੇ ਆਫ ਪੀਸ ਦੁਬਈ ਦੇ ਗੁਰਦੁਆਰਾ ਸਾਹਿਬ 'ਚ ਮਨਾਇਆ ਜਾ ਰਿਹਾ. ਇੰਪੋਰਟੈਂਟ ਇਸ ਕਰਕੇ ਕਿਉਂਕਿ ਇਹਦੀ ਖਾਸ ਸਿੰਬਲਿਜ਼ਮ ਸਮਝੀ ਜਾਣੀ ਚਾਹੀਦੀ ਹੈ. ਜਦੋਂ ਗੁਰੂ ਨਾਨਕ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਨੇ ਆਪਣਾ ਪ੍ਰਚਾਰ ਸ਼ੁਰੂ ਕੀਤਾ ਤਾਂ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਪਹਿਲੀ ਲਾਈਨ ਕੀ ਕਹੀ? ਨਾ ਕੋ ਹਿੰਦੂ ਨਾ ਮੁਸਲਮਾਨ, ਦੀ ਯੂਨਿਟੀ ਆਫ ਡਿਫਰੈਂਟ ਫੇਥਸ, ਡਿਫਰੈਂਟ ਕਮਿਊਨਿਟੀਜ਼. ਜੇ ਅਸੀਂ ਸੰਤ ਕਬੀਰ ਜਿਨ੍ਹਾਂ ਨੇ ਗੁਰੂ ਗ੍ਰੰਥ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਜੀ 'ਚ ਇੰਨਾ ਕੁਛ ਲਿਖਿਆ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦਾ ਪੜ੍ਹਦੇ ਹਾਂ, ਕੀ ਕਿਹਾ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ? अव्वल अल्लाह नूर पायो कुदरत दे सब बंदे एक नूर से सब जग उतलिया कौन भले कौन मंदे। सो साडी एक फिलोसफी जिहड़ी है वो है कि असी सब फेथ्स नूं सब रिलीजन्स नूं सेम समझते हैं। जे उस तो भी असी पिछे जाइए तो असी इंडिया की जिहड़ी फिलोसफी देखते हैं वो की फिलोसफी है वसुदेव कुटुंबकम द वर्ड इज वन फैमिली। सो आई थिंक बड़ा इंपॉर्टेंट मैसेज अज दा है कि भावें इत्थे हिंदू है मुसलमान है सिख है ईसाई है दूसरिया कम्यूनिटीज़ है उन्हां दे जिहड़े ऑर्गेनाइजर्स है लीडर्स है वो आए हुए है कि असी हर बंदा आप शुरुआत करे अपने तो कि मैं किसी डिफरेंस विच नहीं बिलीव करता पहला मैं ह्यूमैनिटी च बिलीव करता।
Secretary General Antonio Guterres pledged to make 2017 a year dedicated to that elusive global state. Music always connects people with one another. It brings happiness to the world, and perhaps that's why any celebration is incomplete without music and dance. Malhar has selected verses from ancient manuscripts which say, "Lead me from ignorance to truth, darkness to light, and bestow peace upon us." This performance is also inspired by legends and messengers that have shown us the path to peace. Today's presentation is an experimental work where Indian classical music and dance forms have blended with contemporary style. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you Harmonies of Peace. A big applause for them. Thank you.
Photo. बस हो गया बस हो गया। मैडम का नहीं कर कवर
Everything she's just so irritating. No, all the time. It's very irritating. Look, उधर ही बैठी है. It's my seat. How can she do that? कुछ तो शर्म होती है इंसान को. किधर बैठी हो तुम? Okay, now where do you want me to run? What do you want me to say?
Check.
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 Check. Check. Check. Check. Check.
Check.
Check. Check.
Check. Check. Check. Check. Check.
untruth to truth. Lead me from darkness to light. Lead me from death to immortality. If we have no peace in this world, it is because we have forgotten that we belong to each other. War can never bring peace. Only love and compassion can. When the power of love overcomes the love of power, the world will know peace. And peace begins with you. It comes from within. Don't see not without. Peace is our gift to each other. And all of mankind is one. We're one nation. And together we can make this world a better place.